Hello and welcome back to another episode of Beauty Within. Today we have part 2 of the best of 2021 series. Part 1 was about the whole skincare routine from cleansing, toning, serums, moisturizer, SPF, and mask.
Yes.
Today we'll be talking about something a little different. We're gonna focus on skin concerns, and we also have a best of brands categories for new brand, the new kid on the block, most underrated brand, as well as the best overall brand.
Yes. And a few things we want to get straight into it because there's a lot to go through. Make sure you've subscribed, make sure you've liked, and check out our community where we have a lot more discussions on everything skincare, lifestyle, and like healthy living, literally. So yeah, should we just start?
Yep.
So let's first start off with skin concerns.
So for Fel, what type of hyperpigmentation do you mostly deal with?
Oh, mine's like acne, PIE, PIH, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's brown. It's basically the aftermath of a pimple.
For Rowena, more drier skin, not as acne prone, is because my skin is fairer, it freckles very easily. So I think that's like my main concern of like, all right, sun damage.
Sunspots.
Yes. And for that, these two products we mentioned in last video already, like we tried really hard to not to repeat products. So if we're repeating it now, it means a lot. It means a lot. So the combination for the Medicube Zero Pore Pad 2.0, this is a chemical exfoliating pad. This paired with vitamin C, chef's kiss.
How long did it take you to realize, wow, this is a power doer?
Like a month, maybe like a solid month and a half.
And then out of the two, which one would you say is like probably more, like if they only picked one?
So if you really want to focus on brightening your skin and lightening some of the sunspots, I would say vitamin C is definitely better. Where I see this coming into play is that if your skin is clogged, no matter what product you put on, if it's vitamin C, vitamin A, whatever, it's not going to be able to work as well as if your skin is unclogged.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like a two-punch, right? Like you first unclog your pores, you first unclog all like the dead skin, just shed all of that off. Throw on a vitamin C at night or like in the morning, like the day after, it'll work wonders. And then of course, always wear sunscreen.
So my one is this one. It's the Naturium Azelaic Acid Emulsion 10%. So this, as I was thinking about hyperpigmentation, I was like, what do I pick? Because so many different ingredients are great for hyperpigmentation. AHA, BHA, what else? Vitamin C. Like there's just so many different ways that you can achieve it. But then when I saw this, I was like, I used the crap out of this like earlier on in the year, and I really love azelaic acid. So the very first one was the Paula's Choice Booster, and I finished that one, and then we received this, and the emulsion and the formulation is just really great at giving you an overall even complexion and helping gradually lighten hyperpigmentation because it's also got niacinamide, and niacinamide is also an really good overall ingredient. So this one I feel like is great because it's not too active and it plays really well with other ingredients, whether it's glycolic acid, because niacinamide and azelaic is just very like, the friend that goes with everyone. Yeah. So also it's like a nice smooth kind of almost lotion.
Yeah, it's like the true definition of an emulsion.
Yeah.
So after hyperpigmentation, we have pores.
Pause!
And for the first time in our lives, we agreed on a product together.
We did!
Yeah. So it is the Paula's Choice 2%.
Yeah.
So this is actually something that I recently as in this past year, started using. You guys know this is Fel's tried and true favorite for many, many, many years now. This also is as hydrating as you say it is.
Yeah.
Because of, how sometimes even the Caudalie, maybe because they actually put a little bit of menthol in it, it just feels very clean, but a little too clean.
Or like too stripped almost.
Yeah. But this one, I feel like, especially putting it on a little cotton pad, just like gently pressing it in, it's not drying at all. It doesn't feel stripped at all.
Yeah.
If anything, it feels great. And then I'll just follow this up with like a very basic moisturizer and call it a day.
The reason why we both had this is nothing else has been able to beat it in its effectiveness as well as the way it plays on everyone's skin. It's not, even though it's like this really intimidating charcoal black, it's like...
When you used it before, I was like,
but it's actually just a gentle baby.
Yeah. Next is eczema. So I'm gonna share more of a tip or a little hack that I learned rather than a specific product. So what I realize is I don't like showering. I mean, I've known this, right? But it's
you dirty pig!
But it's when I don't shower and I sweat, especially like the transitional months between summer and fall when it's still a bit hot, but it's starting to be drier. Yeah. Like my eczema starts flaring. And then if I'm a bit sweaty and I don't shower, then no matter what I put on my like rashy, dry areas, it's gonna get so itchy. So what I have to do instead is I need to shower and put on lotion. That is the trick, guys. That is the trick. Sometimes in life, it's just the simple things does the trick. And then if I really want to add something a bit extra to it, I will use Krave Beauty's Great Bare Relief, also mentioned in our part 1, and it's great.
But my pick for redness, irritation, and eczema is actually a moisturizer that I recently started using because of Hyperpigmentation. Yeah. So that video is still not out yet, but we did do a little video with Hyperpigmentation. And it was the first time that I came across and even used the brand Skin Fix. This is their triple lipid peptide cream. It is really thick, and one of the reservations of me even starting to use it in the first place was the fact that it was so thick. But actually, you know, like as we said, redness, irritation is a compromised skin barrier, and when your skin is like freaking out, all you need are highly nourishing ceramides, lipids, oils. Just strip it all down. This has a blend of triple lipid complex, peptide proteins, seaweed hyaluronic blend, and lily root extract. So none of these are irritating whatsoever, and it's just like a dense kind of cream, slightly like oily for me, but when you're compromised, you just want this, right?
When your skin barrier is compromised.
Yeah.
When you as an individual is compromised.
Like Toy Story, the little green soldiers. Location compromised! I think you can definitely get the same effect from something like CeraVe, but this, I felt when I put it on, it was lush and it really did give this glow to the skin that I wasn't expecting over time. Okay, so when it comes to acne, my fallback is always this little guy. Where is he? This. I have tubes and tubes of this. This is in the same range, actually, the BHA 9. So anytime you see salicylic acid in a toner form, it will always be 2%. Whether it's a spray for your body, for your face, whatever it is, 2%. This is a spot treatment that contains 9% of salicylic acid, and it really targets, you know, like almost cystic. It helps break it down from the underlayers, and it comes out in a liquidy oil form where it just completely changed the way that I viewed spot treatments, which is why I can't go back to those drying lotions anymore, because those drying lotions like dry out the surface of the skin but didn't treat enough under the layers.
How do you use it in your routine?
I use it like as my last step, as my spot treatment.
Very, very last step.
Yeah. Life-changing, guys. Life-changing. I have one in my bedroom, I have one in my bathroom, and one in the living room. Like everywhere. Oh, and if you have really stubborn blackheads, because you know, it's basically a step up of this. If you have blackheads, whiteheads, really stubborn, won't go away, just put this over it, gone in like 2 weeks of consistent
Can
use.
I have it?
You want it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that one. Now, because this is my category, really. The other holy grail is this different gel. This is the adapalene gel, 0.1%. So you might think that this is small, but good things come in small packages with this, because if you guys haven't used a retinoid, one of the most effective ingredients to help treat cystic acne or acne of any sort is retinoids. And this is the first formulation that was available over the counter without a prescription. So how you use this, it's a really lightweight gel, and you just apply it all over the face, and you use it once a day. So I use it at night. I prefer you guys not to use this during the day because it's a retinoid.
Over your moisturizer again?
No,
Or as
before
a
moisturizer. And the way that it works is also consistency. Even if you don't have cystic breakouts or acne at the time, you can still use this all over the face, just a thin layer of it and then follow on with something like this. This is why I feel like a moisturizer works really well with something heavy in terms of ingredients. Also under $15. There is nothing that can match the effectiveness with the price point for acne. Yeah.
Now, moving on to the award show that we've all been waiting for.
Yes. The brands.
The best new kid on the block is...
Round of applause, and then like cut to Jennifer Lawrence tripping, going up the stairs.
Nominated in this category for Winter's Bone.
Here you go. So this is a brand that we discovered this year. So it is new to us, and I think it did just come out like sometime this year or last year. It's called Wind, and the founder is Hind. And so she wanted to start a skincare brand that draws from the rituals and the ingredients that's found in that area. So like what you'll find with every single product is like orange blossoms, rose, very like earthy and like floral smells that really take you to a whole other place.
It transports you to the Middle East.
Their formulations and the ingredients used are it's like otherworldly. I don't know.
It really is. This oil has a blend of 9 oils, all used for different purposes to really give you that lit from within look, and it's called the Marrakesh Light. And something that they talk about, or something that Hind grew up with, it's like when you see someone, the best compliment you can give, it's like
You're glowing, basically.
It's basically saying like, oh, you're like the light. And just having that in like a product bottle form, I think it's magical.
We have here a cleanser. There's 2 types of moisturizers. One is a gel. Oh my God, look how beautiful
But see,
this is.
the thing is, like, even if this is a gel moisturizer, I use this during the summertime and it worked beautifully for my dry skin. It's called the Melting Rose Water Cream, and it truly is like this beautiful waterfall cascade of roses on your face. That's, even though it is a water cream and it has that more transparent gel texture, it's still like a cream, at least to me.
And you know what is intriguing about these products? When we were talking to her, she wanted to formulate products and have it be super hydrating and nourishing without it being heavy. And that's exactly, I think, what you're saying with this, and especially the oil. Lightweight oil.
Super lightweight.
Oh my God. This was the first one I tried from the line, and it like took me places, man. You know this, the smell.
Interdimension travel.
It is so beautiful. This is the Oasis Fresh Dissolving Jelly Cleanser. And once again, I think she loves using the orange blossoms throughout it. So it's this really like light, fruity, like refreshing smell. And you use this on dry skin, which was why it was even more exciting, because it's a dry cleanse. And then you kind of work it in. You're basically moisturizing your skin in the cleansing step. And then you emulsify it and it turns into a milk. It doesn't froth, it's just like milky, and then you wash it off and your skin is just like it's dry, but it's no longer dry, you know? Highly recommend. Like, I don't know if I have a favorite. Do you have a favorite?
I really love the Kashba Moonlight Transforming Cream to Oil Nightly Mask.
We talked about it
This
in the
is
first.
divine. And then they also have the Whipped Atlas Clay Mask that you and Deb love from our team. So yeah, I think of all this, it's probably these 2.
Those 2?
Especially now that I can use it over the winter time as well.
Yeah, we're gonna talk more about this, I'm sure, in 2022, but this is definitely a brand that you guys should check out.
Next, best underrated brand. For Rowena.
Okay, so we have Ven and we have Good Science Beauty for Me. So start with Ven.
I feel like Vena is one of those brands, because of its price point, it can automatically potentially put people off because this isn't for me, like I'm not even gonna look into it, which is fair, right? Which is totally fair. But having talked to as many people as we have in the industry, I think meeting Brian and being able to talk with him and just hearing how much he loves skin, man loves skincare, and you can tell, and man knows his skincare. He knows it very well, and innovation as well. So applying what he learned in the startup world in Silicon Valley, applying that somehow into skincare, and creating his own patents for ingredients like the compound K, which is like ginsenoside. It sounds like cyanide to me. I'm like, it sounds crazy. But yes, it's like the compound K from ginseng, and then it's supposed to be like a very potent version of vitamin C to help brighten your skin and all that good stuff.
So behind the tech and innovation, it really is, there's a lot going on. And I think a lot of people like to talk about technology and innovation. And not all the time does it necessarily reflect into price, but what they're doing is also like a new frontier of stuff. If you're able to check it out, we have it on the store, and it's not like the most popular because of the price point, but if you can, definitely check it out.
And then just going back to really disrupting the skincare routine steps, one of the vitamin B all-in-one concentrate, it is your toner, it is your serum, it is your moisturizer all in one. So I just think it's cool when brands do something that really helps streamline the consumer's routine while still giving them everything that their skin would need.
Nice. Okay, so my underrated brand is more like, you know how there's so many skincare brands out there, you can very easily get forgotten, or like maybe your marketing just isn't as loud. A brand that I actually have loved using for a long time but never spoke about because it's kind of like this in the background, humble, just doing its thing, is a brand called Good Science Beauty. And honestly, at the beginning, I thought it was related to The Ordinary. For whatever reason,
the packaging, the name, like the color, it looks very Decium.
Yeah, right? It's like that clinical kind of approach to skincare. But when you start using, like for example, I've been using the skin brightening cream to go along with my vitamin C's throughout the year. It's this beautiful kind of emulsion as well. It's this like creamy consistency. Yeah, and all of their moisturizers are so lightweight and absorbing, but it's nourishing. And it's got like this earthy kind of smell to it all.
Is that centella?
Yeah, there might be. It kind of reminds me of like a tamanu, centella, tiger grass. So this one, for example, has glutathione and melatonin. So it really is just like letting these...
Am I going to sleep?
Yeah, right? There's something about the melatonin that helps to brighten up or like interact with the cells. They also have the hydrating cream. So the hydrating cream might be for you. They've got hyaluronic acid, marine algae, omega-3, so very skin barrier friendly. Also with that kind of like emulsion type consistency. And then this one, which is the purifying face cream, has willow bark and niacinamide. And feel this mask. It's like whipped and it's so plush.
Whoa, is this a clay mask?
Yeah.
More about this in 2022.
Yeah. Ding. Okay, and then best overall brand.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, my turn to give to you.
Oh, okay.
It's Medicube! Oh, nice!
Yeah. Okay. Every product I've tried from them this year, just my mind is blown. From their products to their device, the HR device with the gel. When we mentioned Medicube in the past year, a lot of you guys love and swear by the red line.
Yeah.
And I think the red line is for more acne-prone skin. They also have a pink line that's for collagen. There's also like, there's many different lines within the Medicube family. And I just feel like...
And they all are so good at what they're saying they do.
They do exactly what they say they're gonna do. Yeah. When I knew Medicube was the one, was sometimes like a lot of brands would be like, oh yeah, we help lighten freckles. I'm like, oh yeah, you lighten freckles. Okay, let me see, because like they never do. And then I tried their the Deep Vita C ampoule, and it's like, oh my god, it actually does. What about this toning pad? It says 0 pores. Like, of course, it's like, I don't expect there to be 0 pores, but like, is it? And like, it does help. It does help a lot. And they also have a really nice eye cream, I think with like peptides to really help like with any fine lines, and it's just everything from Medicube that I've tried this year.
Has not disappointed.
I was not disappointed.
So yeah, I think overall brand is really hard for us because it's like they have to fit many things. So, but one thing that came into my mind is Biosense, and I think like because it's so nourishing, but also they have active ingredients, and I'm only thinking of specific ones. It's the dark spot serum that I love, the lactic acid serum that I also love, that milky consistency, that spray toner, which I know you're not too fond of, but I love. It just like transformed my skin. And it like always was so reliable to me. Like every time I didn't know what to use, I would just always kind of gravitate to the lactic acid at night. Even the oil cleanser, the oil.
Oh, I love their oil cleanser.
Yeah, even though I don't really like oils, like I would just use that for some reason. Yeah, I really love all of their products so far. So that's why it made it onto my overall brand. As being
high praise.
Yeah, nourishing as well as mixing it with active ingredients. Yeah.
I think that's probably the hardest thing to do. One of the hardest thing to do when you want like a very clean, gentle yet effective formulation.
Yeah. Koreans do it well.
They do.
Gentle and actives, but in more Western brands, not so much. Yeah. So that was So guys, we can't go on without talking a little bit about our baby, our Beauty Within shop. It's been like 2 years now.
2 years.
And we've continued to add more of the brands and products that we always mention. And it's a fun process, you know, when we discover a new brand, we're like, oh my God, this is so good. And then we reach out to them and be like, we really love you.
Do you want to be stalked?
Yeah, so that's been really fun. So if you need a little bit of guidance, this is where it comes in, because we're going to talk about the consistent bestsellers since we started, which is crazy.
It's insane. Yeah. The first one is a Pure Deep Sea Cream. You guys know that's one of my favorite creams of all time. Just the consistency is lovely and it's very affordable. The second one is Fell's Baby, the Haru Haru toner that we did a little collab with. If you guys want to check it out.
Oh my God, make sure you get that one over the original for now because, I don't know.
It's limited edition. It's going to sell out.
Yeah.
And the very last product within this category of bestsellers of all time is the Cioris Time is Running Out Mist, which should be a surprise to nobody.
Okay, so some hidden gems. You know, the basis of the shop is we try to find brands that aren't always accessible. So at the beginning, Cioris, Haru, they just weren't that well known. And so we wanted to like bring it onto the shop to introduce it to you guys because we also believed in it. More hidden gems, I think, are Beauty of Joseon, which also you guys seem to really love their serums. I personally love the essence, that ginseng.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so good. You can just keep splashing that on. So if you guys haven't experienced Beauty of Joseon, they are based off of the Korean like hanbang, using traditional ingredients. And I think the best thing about the serums, and maybe why you guys like it, is it's so affordable and it's so usable. There's a green tea, there's a propolis.
It's the way that they combine the ingredients together. I forgot what it is by now, but it's like the propolis with snail, and then there's niacinamide with green tea. I'm just totally butchering it, but the way that they combine the active ingredients and like the soothing ingredients, it's so good.
Then another hidden gem is also, it's less popular but more new, and I feel like it should be shared more, is the 107 because of their
Aged vinegar.
Yeah.
So everything in their product line has this aged vinegar that's so good for the skin. It's like when things are fermented, they're more broken down, which means it's easier for your skin to absorb. And I first fell in love with their chaga cleanser years ago. I got it as like a freebie from BeautyCon. Oh my God, remember the days of BeautyCon. Where has that been? 2020.
What is that now?
Yeah, so that cleanser and the fact that there's like chunks of little chaga in there, it's so amazing. It's just that cleanser, I cannot sing enough praise about the cleanser.
Yeah.
And then there's also the toner, the micro drizzle, which is like nice and a little bit viscous, reminds me of the Haru Haru.
And then their cream.
Yes. Oh, and their sheet masks.
Yeah.
Their sheet masks are actually amazing. There's an avocado cuddle and a squalane cuddle. Both are so hydrating. And it's like everything about the experience, the sensorial experience, the physical experience of like taking the sheet mask out, how much product is on there, the way that it fits on your face, it's like, honestly, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then the very last category, best new overall discovery that we got on the shop. Fell first.
Dr. Circle! Okay, so guys, I think it was maybe 2 years ago, my first time using the Dr. Circle Propolis Ampoule completely changed my life. I used that with the Haru Haru and it was like the turning point of my skin. And after that, like surprisingly, I didn't go further into the Dr. Circle line. But when they came out with the kombucha tea essence, that was when it was like, okay.
Game over.
Yeah, we need this right now. So now we have that kombucha tea essence, but they also have a lip balm. And I just feel like that brand, like once again, anyone with any skin concern, any skin type can really enjoy the benefits of it. And it's very cute, aesthetic, beautiful formula, love it.
And the new coming soon discovery, fingers crossed.
In the works.
It's in the works, it's in the works. We're trying to get Pure onto the Beauty Within shop, and if that happens, I'll be so happy.
Honestly, the shop is our baby.
Yeah.
Like, these are products that we always talk about, which is why it naturally is there. So
That's why I made it into the shop, so.
Yeah.
Yay!
So guys, that is our 2021 roundup of basically Holy Grails, part 1 and part 2. Please let us know what you guys think and share your favorites for the year. Like if we asked you what is the best overall brand, underrated brand, and new brand, leave them 3 in the comments below.
Them 3.
Yeah, I'm really thirsty right now because we've been talking forever. Is it like 2022 yet? I feel like we're
I
talking
think it's 2022. All right, time to go party.
Okay,
Just kidding. Just do more work.
Yeah, we hope you guys have had a really great year. I know it's not finished yet, but always thankful and grateful that you guys are on this journey with us. Make sure you're subscribed, you've signed up for our newsletter so you get the e-magazine.
Yeah.
Lots more of, I guess, us and beyond.
Yes.
And the community.
And the community, we'll leave it down below if you guys would like to join and all the good stuff that will come along with it if you
Yeah.
do decide to join.
Workshops, chat groups, lives, and in the future, events. And you'll know all about that on the community. So thank you guys. See you in the next one. This thing is like,
Oh my, are you a gecko?
I got it.
You're just like, oh my god. 他刚打死一个苍蝇，
Whoa.
一个很小的苍蝇。